All right, so welcome back to the Eric and Tom show. Tom's video recording, and here we go. We're going to get right into it. So, we already showed you episode 1 with the sanding portion, moving right into the painting portion. Now, I want to tune you into something really cool here, okay? So, little quartz, Behr Marquee. There is all kinds of paints on the market, don't get me wrong, from Sherwin-Williams to PPG to Behr to Valspar to all of them, okay? This is just Eric and Tom's first choice. We are married to this, no doubt. We love Behr Marquee. It is thick as all get out. Coverage is super, super intense. And it's just been our go-to paint for a long time. So no disrespect to any other paints on the market. We just love the Behr Marquee. Okay, we're gonna use not a completely flat. We went with an eggshell. We don't want any type of sheen, anything like that. Nothing's gonna be coming through. We want those colors to be vibrant. We chose a black backdrop for the colors that we're gonna be doing, and we will get into that. But first, we wanna show you something. This is no different than painting a wall right here. Really, no different application. It's not much. Keep in mind, what we are gonna do, we're just gonna paint the surface. This is our bottom. We're gonna flip this, and we're gonna show you a little trick to flip it and go ahead and get the top and the sides all in one whack while you're waiting on it to dry. So we don't get a bunch of trays filthy dirty, so we got all this cleaning to do. Paper plates are pretty cheap, so dime a dozen. So we just put our paint in here just to help you all out at home. So look. Now, let me just point out right now. There is not a lot of paints on the market where you can stick that on there and start working and all the wood grain is completely gone. There's just not. That's why we use Behr Marquee. You can use whatever you want. That's why we use Behr Marquee. So, we are just trying to get the surface painted and no extra. Absolutely no more. And what I want to tune you into, the most important part on the painting part, is just to make sure all your lines are out of the equation, okay? You don't want anything left there that you can see. And keep in mind, like everything else we do, we're going to paint this twice. The reason we paint it twice is because if there was anything missed on the first go around, we're not doing the edges so that we can turn and flip this guy here in just a minute. We're going to show you. Leaving the edges out of the equation right now. We're going to get those on the other side. We have got a treat for you guys, I'm telling you. This is going to be none other than a really cool dirty pour. We actually have 4 colors, 4 different colors going into this surface, going into this top. It is going to be, well, Tom, we don't know. So surprise, surprise, we are trying something totally off the wall. So this could be a bombshell. This could be right on point. We don't know. And what we're referring to is we don't know about the colors we chose. We wanted to do something really classy, really different, and really cool. So our surface is painted, no doubt. Okay, and I don't know if you can see or not, but there are little spots here or there that may or may not have been taken up in the paint. That's the whole purpose of coat number 2. The reason we didn't do the sides yet is so we can pick it up and not affect our paint. Keep in mind, this was the bottom. So now we're gonna flip this guy. 2 seconds, hang on. This is what I wanna show you now. This is all you need. You need 2 2x4s, smaller in diameter, which it is, than the actual project that you're working on. So, pick this up, notice, 2x4, 2.5 inch screw, that's gonna give me that much room lifted. We're gonna set one here, we're gonna set one here, so that we can grab our edges that we have not done. We can flip this, and we're gonna set it right down Easy, right on those spikes, just like that. That is going to hold this up and allow us to finish the paint job without messing up the backside. All the professional cabinet grade guys out here, that's how they do it. Trust me. So, now we're going to get into the top side real quick. It's just like the bottom, except we're going to grab the edges with it. So, I'm going to switch your places, Tom. Come over here to this side, brother. Perfect. Because I'm going to grab this top. What you want to do is start on the top again. Get the bulk of it off. I'm literally going to run this until it almost runs out of paint and I'm seeing a bunch of wood as I go through. All right, enough of that paint is off now. We're over halfway, and watch this. You don't want to start out here, because if you start out here, you got too much paint on that edge. We're going to work that around just like that. Okay, then we're going to do the other side. Now, you can go ahead and go back. I just wanted to show everybody at home what was going on there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this other up here, blend it right in with this. Just like that. And we're going to go ahead and close this side too. That's simple. That's simple. Okay, so there is our painted surface. That is one coat. Okay, that is one coat. So even though everything looks great, it all looks good and coated, we're still going to add another coat to it. So we are going to let this dry. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead just a little bit here without doing anything that you don't know. Once this is dry, we're going to go ahead and put a second coat on, just like we just did. So when we bring you right back and we start with the resin portion, that's all you missed. That's exactly what we did. We duplicated exactly what we just did for you. We'll be right back. All right, so look, we got it two coated. It's sitting here, it's done, it's actually drying. We wanted to bring you back, okay? We're gonna talk to you about what's going on, what's coming up. I want you to tune into this right here. Check that out. Countertop epoxy, okay? You can search that on the web, you can search that on TikTok, Facebook, any of it. They are out of Colorado. There is several people there, Lisa, Miss B, all these people, glad to help you with all your resin needs. These are the 4 colors that we have picked out for this dirty pour right here. So this is kind of off the wall. It's kind of elaborate. We're not even sure how this is going to turn out as far as the color scheme. Everything else is going to turn out like it's supposed to, but we have truly never tried these 4 colors together. We think it's going to be really cool. It could blow right back up in our face and not be cool at all. We had, first off, let me tell you before I show you the colors, check this out. This is our black label, okay? Hardener and resin. So this is what we're using. This is, there is standard, there's premium, there's black label. Black label benefit, 40-minute working time, the max working time to move the resin, work with the resin. Add pigments in, add veins in, do this, do that. So it's the max amount of working time. It is the thickest, one of the thickest resins on the market. So we will get into that with the dirty pour. Right now, these are the 4 colors that we have selected. First, we have metallic pretty blue. That is metallic blue. Next, here, I'm going to set them down here, Tom. Next, what better to go with a pretty blue than a metallic purple? So that is our next color. This one here is going to veer off the track just a little bit. we are going to go with a metallic light turquoise. Okay, I'm going to set that one right down here. And darker medium, so we bring some light to the table with some metallic pink. So these are the colors that we are working with for this dirty pour. We have absolutely no idea if this is going to turn out phenomenal or if it's going to be a bust. Either way, it's okay because we are going to be giving this away. So no big deal. It's still going to be beautiful. It just may or may not be your cup of tea. Moving on. I want to get you tuned right in so there's no confusion. Anybody getting into resin, just getting into resin, been in resin a long time, we've all heard seal coat, flood coat. And I just want to touch on that just for a second, okay? We used to think a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, we used to think that a seal coat, everything we did with resin, a seal coat is necessary. And I just want to clarify something, okay? We just spent the time painting this twice. Our piece of pine here. We painted it 2 times with the Bear marquee. So it is sealed. It is already sealed. That is why our first pour is a flood coat. It is not a seal coat. If we had any exposed wood at all, then that is where a resin seal coat is needed. And think about it, seal coat, it's clogging up the pores to keep something from breathing. Well, we have already done that with the painting. Therefore, we don't need a seal coat. We are jumping right into a flood coat. So I just wanted to stress that. I know we used to think 3 or 4 years ago that a seal coat was necessary. We would sit down with a top like this and our first pour would be a seal coat of resin, and we really misunderstood what was really going on. So if that's anybody's issue or problem, hopefully that just helped you. So we are going to, unfortunately, we are going to have to close this one out. Okay, this is season 4, episode 2. So we are moving forward with season 4, episode 3. That is going to be the mix, the dirty pour, and all the way out so you can see edge work, the whole 9 yards. And keep in mind, we have not done nothing to these edges that we have not shown you 110%. So with that being said, if you're watching this one, go ahead, go under our page. If you want to move forward, season 4, episode 3, it's the dirty pour, right in the title. Tune in for that. And then as usual, we'll see you back for the next one.